From the San Diego Polo Grounds in the city of Del Mar, this is Presidio League action. In the boys under 8, it'll be the Surf White today versus the Del Mar Sharks. Let's get the lineup for both clubs. First for the Del Mar Sharks, the visitors. The head coach is Fernando Quinza. The team manager is Chris Glenn. Number 2 is Daniel Lane. Number 3 is Cooper Glenn. Number 6 is Nicholas Parise. Number 7 is Patrick Cunningham. Number 8 is Ethan Lee. Number 10 is Reed Hershey. 11, Dylan Walchko. 13 is Nathan Witt. 17 is Noah Rapine. 19 is Neil Mehta. And number 20 is Maximilian Chu. The lineup for the Surf White will be as follows, with the head coach being Mario Markovic and the team manager Celeste Simo. The keeper will be Ben Haney. Number 1 is Ben Stewart. Number 2 is Rain Marsh. 4 is Alon Umansky. 5 is Christian Haynes. 6 is Liam Dignan. Number 7 is Drew Banerjee. 8 is Gregory Baglio. 9 is Michael Morse. 10 is Tagus Gupta. 11 is Gabriel Quaid. And the rough and tough, unfortunately, is suffering concussion symptoms, is Slater Simo. He won't be playing today. And number 13, Mitchell Goldberg. And 14 is Jagger Filipponi. And that's your lineup. We'll be back with the starting of the match in just a moment. So shift colors, we're underway for all you sailors out there past and present. Again, this is the boys under 8 bracket, or age group, if you will. I'm Greg G.K. Porter for LangevinProductions.com with George. You're always happy to have George Langevin on the camera, the owner of this fine company. And Del Mar Sharks now try to defend in their own defensive half, and they now push it across midfield. Down the central, the Sharks trying to continue on, but they cannot, as getting over there nicely that time was Ben Stewart. Stewie makes a nice play, sweeping that ball out of play. Be a throw-in for the Sharks from the far side touchline, but getting over there quickly was Alon Umansky, protecting in the space. Just the opening minutes of the match. We were up in the OC yesterday, Orange County, for those of you who do not know that. And we saw 2 goals scored within a couple of minutes, one by both teams. And that ball goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in. The far side touchline, Gregory Baglio throwing it in with a serve. And it goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in now for the Sharks. Youngsters learning how to play this game. And we have an offsides call now. So it'll be a free kick for the Sharks in white and blue. Of course, going from left to right, and a serve going from right to left on your video screen. Sharks push it across midfield. This is the second time that we have done the Sharks in the Presidio League this season, I believe. And this ball is pushed toward the 18-yard box now. Chasing it down is Quaid. And Gabriel Quaid, I heard from the parents that he has scored a number of goals in their last match. And here he is. He's all alone. Quaid! And he tries to strike it, but coming off his line is Patrick Cunningham to make the save. And he made that save at point-blank range, robbing the young Gabriel Quaid. But surely Quaid you will hear more from in this match. And that is going to be another offsides call. And again, the young Stur's learning how not to be offsides. You can be very ambitious and aggressive towards getting to that soccer ball, forgetting that they have to mark up. 0-0 your score in the first half. And that ball to midfield now into Central. Running onto it is Dignan. Dignan pushing it out to the wide. He has over there Gupta. And it goes out of play. Lastly knocked out by the Sharks. So it'll be a throw-in. Throwing it in from the far side. The serve. It goes off of, and here's a shot. Quaid trying to get to it. And also Dignan was there. And cutting it back into the 18-yard box. A shot and a goal! Go, 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 go! So it is 1-0. And I believe that was Christian Hames, number 5, that put it in the back of the net. We'll have to check that. But it was either him or Liam Dignan. And either way, it is 1-0.
Let's go! Surf, come on!
They had a couple of players there into space, and they were able to finish. The player who did, either Liam or, of course, Christian Hames. It might have been Liam with the goal. For now, we'll write him down as actually scoring a goal, and we'll verify that at halftime. And that ball towards the 18-yard box. Running onto it is Dignan. And pushing it up, but intercepted. Sharks now on the near side. Nice stop in the soccer ball. The Sharks have it on the near side with Stewart on a run. And it goes over to Gabriel, but then it goes to the Central for Baglio. Baglio pushing it up forward over to Gupta. Tejas Gupta dispossessed that time into space by Lane, and he pushes it all the way up down the left flank. He was looking for Hershey. Now toward the Central, and Hershey in the area, and it will be a throw-in for the white and blue. Dark blue. The Sharks off the strike that time of Hames, but it goes back behind him and out of play, and it'll be a throw-in for the Sharks of Del Mar. In a defensive half of the serve, down 1-0. On a goal by Liam Dignan. Retreating back is Witt. And he knocks it out of play. Nathan Witt in the space. It'll be a throw-in for the far side touchline. A beautiful Sunday morning here at the Polo Grounds up here in the city of Del Mar.
Nice, Stewie.
Belonging to the city of San Diego, where they do a lot of the, and a whistle and an offsides call. A lot of the horse practicing, so to speak. Taking care of the horse as we got stables back here. Numerous fields when they have the Surf Cup or the Surf College Showcase. And that's coming up pretty soon here. And we'll be a part of that. It's going to be a free kick now, and that ball pushed all the way forward to Dignan. Dignan going out to Quaid, and an offsides call.
That was close. That was good.
Gabriel Quaid on the move, just a little bit behind the defender when that ball was struck.
Good kick, Greg. Good job, Gregory.
So it'll be a free kick for the Sharks. And the Sharks of Del Mar down by 1. Still in the first half here. Intercepted. Tejas Gupta looking for down at Central, and then now a strike by Stewart. Stewart going after it again. Stewart had a good challenge that time, but it's going to work against him. A little bit too much, Maximilian Chu. But Maximilian, he had the right idea, though. And as young as he is, he's learning. And there was a substitution, and coming in now is Michael Morse. Morse, number 9, in for the serve. And Morse is going to take the kick, and it's a little bit wide of the net.
Nice try, Michael.
So it'll be a goal kick for the Del Mar Sharks. Sharks haven't really had a good offensive attack going yet, but they're working on it. They want to go down the left flank, but it's intercepted. And this one is sent into the box, and Patrick has a beat on that one and makes the save on a couple of bounces. Patrick Cunningham along the left flank of his offense. Trying to get somebody to run onto it, and he does. He has Reed Hershey. Hershey still on the soccer ball. Hershey takes a shot, a save, and a goal! Go, 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 goal! Neil Mata following it up, and it is 1-1. An initial help by Ben Stewart after Reed Hershey had beat the defender and took a shot, and Stewart got there to keep it out of going in the net. But then it went right over to Mata, and Mata the finish, and it is 1-1. So the Sharks answer with a goal of their own, and really their first big opportunity in an 18-yard box. And down to Central, retreating back is Chu, and Chu pushes that ball over to the near side. It goes out of play in this 1-1 match now here in the first half. Ben Stewart will throw it in from the near side into the 18. Christian Hames, and now it goes over to Morse. Morse and Hames, and Cunningham is able to find the handle of it and drive it down the left flank. Daniel Lane was chasing it down. It goes out of play, and it'll be a throw-in, though, from the visitors today, the Del Mar Sharks, here at the Surf home field. Throwing it in. And it was touched out that time by Reed Hershey. Remember, he was the one that started that offensive attack to get him the goal. And now here's Hershey again. Hershey being met there with some resistance by Baglio. Baglio still marking on him, and it goes off of Hershey's foot. Nice play by Gregory Baglio. And it'll be a throw-in for the Surf, but they're going to get a substitution in. And coming in, again, is Gabriel Quaid. Gabriel getting a little breather, and he's back in the match. Up there, the striker position, number 11. To throw it in to Michael Morse. Goes by Quaid and back up over to Hershey again, but he can't do anything with it. And now with it is Gabriel Quaid. Quaid now, and they take it away from him that time. It was Mitchell Goldberg driving it out of play. But it'll be a throw-in for the Surf from the far side touchline. And an illegal throw-in. So it is going to be a throw-in now for the Sharks in this 1-1 match. Greg G.K. Porter for LandryMidProductions.com with George on a camera. Watching now a touch there by Baglio, and he knocks it out of play. Pass midfield into space, a touch there by Dignan. And a miss, and down to Central, going after it is Quaid. Quaid cuts it back. Quaid takes a shot, and a save by Cunningham. Nice job by Quaid to stay with the soccer ball, even though he lost his balance on the play. Cross midfield now, back the other way on a counter. On a soccer ball is Reed Hershey. Hershey! And it's going to be a foul against the blue and white of the Surf. So it is going to be outside that 18-yard box. And let's see. Do we have a penalty shot? It's going to be a penalty shot. A foul inside the box. Tough to see from ground level here, but it was inside the box. And Reed Hershey, an opportunity to give his club a 2-1 lead. Haney, the keeper. Haney makes a save, but it goes in the net. He stopped the soccer ball, but it had too much velocity on it, and a goal for Reed Hershey. So Hershey, who started the offensive attack, the very first one, and then this time on a counter, is able to get one of the goals. But back now we go with Gabriel Quaid. Quaid, remember, scored a number of goals in yesterday's game. And they knock it past the goal line. It'll be a CK. Corner kick now for the Sharks. And that was a good run by Gabriel Quaid down the central.
Goal kick by the Sharks.
And take that back. They say the central ref says the serve actually touched it out. So it is going to be a goal kick. Very close on that one. They worked against the surf that time, but now they throw it in by Dignan and to Quaid, and it goes off his foot, and it'll be another goal kick. 2-1, Delmar Sharks, the visitors, leading in this match.
Keep your feet going, G.
Substitution now for the Sharks
Keep your feet going.
as Nicholas Paris is out of the match, and it didn't see who came in, but we'll mention any substitutions as they touch that soccer ball. Now coming over to the soccer ball is Morse, and it goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in for the Sharks. Nathan Witt will throw it in his own defensive third. No, he's going to give way to Daniel Lane. Lane throws it in, and it's struck again by Lane toward the central. 50-50 ball, and now running onto it is Hames. Hames pushing it down at right flank, and they have to retreat all the way back almost to the goal line, and it goes out of play up the field as they're able to push it up the field back to towards Lane, and it was knocked out by the surf. And Christian Hames in this space. And the last substitution, Cooper Glenn, we believe, was into the match, and the throw-in now for the Sharks. And a touch there by Ethan Lee. Another strike toward the central. Ben Stewart, it gets behind him. He goes and gets it. Stewart gets it and sends it up the central now. Again, both teams got to watch out for being offsides. And the Surf have been victimized on that here in the first half a little bit more than the Sharks, who really haven't had a lot of offensive attacks. And a strike that time by Cooper Glenn. Glenn staying with the soccer ball toward the 18. Hershey couldn't possess it as he was dispossessed. And on it now is Baglio. Baglio marking well, pushing it forward, but his pass is intercepted by the alternate number that time. And that was Ethan Lee. Lee getting it up forward into the box, and sweeping over there is Ben Stewart. Nicely done before Cooper Glenn could get another strike on a soccer ball. However, it will give away to a set piece, a corner kick, on the near side. And Cooper Glenn is coming over to get it. Or is that, no, that's Nathan Witt. Nathan Witt going to take the CK. Witt on the strike, into the box. The carom is toward the top of the box, and they're able to win at the surf and keep going forward with Hames. Hames on the soccer ball. Hames on the run. Hames goes down, and it continues on towards the exterior of the box. Trying to get it was Quaid, and it goes out of play, and it'll be a CK this time for the surf. Nice effort by Gabriel Quaid to stay strong in the space as he was double teamed. Sharks leading 2-1 here in the first half. The service, it goes by Quaid, but here's a strike, gotta say it, by Cunningham. Liam Dignan, a bid to go up top to beat Cunningham, and he was able to make the save. Back up forward now, all the way almost to midfield in the last sequence. Morris got a header there, but they win it in the central and push it to the two deep back players for the surf. Stewart striking it towards midfield. He's got Dignan now. Dignan working his way to his speedy striker, and it's an offsides call. And it'll be a free kick. Free kick for the Sharks. Entertaining a 2-1 lead here in the first half. Time running out in the first half. On another beautiful day up here at the San Diego Polo Grounds. Of course, when we're here this time of year, the humidity isn't quite as bad as it can be in the summertime, so A lot drier and in some regards a lot better for some people, depending on which way you go, whether you like the humidity or you like it to be dry. I tell you what, this whole week has been very hot and warm and dry. Got a little precipitation over the nightfall, but I tell you what, it has been the hottest week in San Diego history for November. After the goal kick toward the midfield area, it was struck by Witt, and now behind Witt and company as they got to retreat back as they're getting pressure now on the near side by the Surf, Dignan, but it's taken away by Cooper Glenn. Glenn into space, taken away by Stewart. Stewart's pass is intercepted, but now running onto it that time was Morris. He sends it in the box, but Quaid couldn't get to it. It had too much pace on it. Cunningham the save, pushing it up towards his left. They go down the left flank, strike by Lane, looking there for Repine, and it goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in for the Del Mar Sharks. Touch there by Baglio. In his space. The Del Mar Sharks now pushing it towards Stewart. He is able to strike it right back upfield now. Trying to get his strikers to continue to put pressure on the defenders, and he's got just that as they have to push it out of play at a far side touchline. And his serve, he's going to have two fresh players come in his 2-1 match. That the Del Mar Sharks have the lead in. And coming in now is Tejas Gupta, number 10, and Jagger Filipponi, number 14. Toward the central now. And it is sent up by the deep back player, defensive players, and now all the way up to Hershey, but he can't win it, and let's see, offside's called again. It'll be a free kick.
I'm gonna help you. I'll help you.
The Sharks.
Stay up, Gabriel. Gabriel, stay up.
And it is sent all the way on a free kick towards the wide. They were looking for Daniel Lane. He got dispossessed, and on the far side with the soccer ball is Tejas Gupta, and it was knocked out of play. And it'll be a throw-in. Throw-in for the serve. Running out of time here in the first half. Try to get the equalizer. But Reed Hershey trying to go the other way and add another one, but he couldn't. Got dispossessed that time. As a nice play in the back by Elon Umansky. Hershey, and it is knocked out of play that time by Tejas Gupta. They throw it in. Gupta, a strike, Gupta, and a foul that time. And Tejas Gupta will get his team a free kick in their own defensive half. In a 2-1 lead by the Sharks. Both teams had a tough time this year getting victories. But they're still learning this game of soccer at a high level. Under 8s. The strike toward the central. Driving it out is Chu, or towards the wide, but then it would send all the way back down in the 18-yard box. Cunningham gets the save.
Can he get home, right?
Cunningham across midfield. Stewart with it, pushes it forward. Along the near side, a strike that time by Cooper Glenn, but it goes off the Surf player. Cooper Glenn will throw it in. Along the near side touchline. Over there is Reed Hershey, and Hershey trying to apply more offensive action. And it was knocked out by Stewart the last time. And this time, Stewart will be able to throw it in as it's knocked out by Hershey. Rapine into the 18-yard box, and a save by Ben Haney. Haney sending it off to the right of his offensive attack. Gupta, and that time coming into the space, Ethan Lee, smartly that time intercepting the soccer ball. Throwing it back in. Touched by Quaid, down to Central. So far in this match, the Sharks have played quite well in their own defensive half. The offsides trap, they've been very good at it in the first half, not allowing the Surf to really do what they want to do. But remember, in soccer, a lot of times it's a tale of two halves. Gupta, and he pushes forward now to Gabriel Quaid. And again, marking him, that time was Chu. It goes out of play, it'll be a throw-in. Tejas Gupta gets it in, a strike by the Sharks. In a deep back, and again, Chu driving it out of play. When that ball comes to Maximilian, he doesn't waste any time. He gets it out of play. Be a throw-in for the Surf. Far side touchline. Throwing it in, off of a bounce, over to Quaid. And then he tried to get his teammate to continue on, and that would have been Filipponi, and he couldn't do that. And it goes right back up the field on the counter. And now back for a counterattack of the Surf with Gupta. And that goes out of play, is knocked out. Throw in from the far side touchline over to Hershey. Hershey couldn't maintain possession. The throw in. Knocked out by Hershey again. Couldn't control it. Went off his head that time. He had no chance to control that one. The Surf gained real estate past midfield. Down to Central. Can't get another strike to continue on, but they'll be able to throw it in. Gregory Baglio throws it in. Baglio past Hershey, but it was struck by the deep back, and he pushed it across midfield. And that's the end of the first half of action. With a score, the Delmar Sharks 2 and the Surf White 1. Stick with us. You'll see that the players are attentively paying attention to their coaches, and then we'll be back with the second half here at the San Diego Polo Grounds in Del Mar. From left to right will be the Surf White, and from right to left is the Delmar Sharks. They lead 2-1 on goals by Reed Hershey and Neil Mehta. And the only goal in the first half was by Liam Dignan for the Surf White. On the far side, chasing it down, but they're still in their own 18-yard box. The Sharks, Gupta, a strike, and now it's Hames, and Hames pushes up and all the way to midfield on a counterattack. He's got Gabriel Quaid on the move, but they get over into space, and they push it out of play along the far side touchline. It's a throw-in now. Retreating back is Witt. And it's knocked out of play. They say it was knocked out by Quaid. It'll be a throw-in by the Delmar Sharks, the visitors, up by 1. Just the starting minutes of the second half. They played 25-minute halves at this age bracket. 8v8. Hope you're enjoying all the action with your favorite beverage and your favorite snack with George Langevin videoing the action here in Del Mar and an offsides call. I'm Greg G.K. Porter, LangevinProductions.com. Go to our website and check out all the videos that we have in our cache. Free kick for the white and blue with the Del Mar Sharks. And that's Nathan Witt sending it across midfield. Hershey in his space. His strike goes all the way to the defensive third, but struck out of play by Umansky. Elon Umansky. Going out of play, it'll be a throw-in. Knocked out by the serve. And the Sharks gonna throw it in, starting to heat up here on this Sunday morning. Hershey on the wide of the box. Trying to stay with it, and it's going to be a foul and a free kick. Nathan Witt will take the CK, or the free kick, I should say, set piece in close. The attacking third, and that ball goes awry of the near post.
Let's go.
The keeper change. Dhruv Banerjee just got to that soccer ball and gave it to a teammate now who will do the goal kicking duties.
From yesterday, Mario.
Daniel Lane.
From yesterday.
I'm going to remind him.
Thank you.
Gregory, we are losing 2-1, so we want to pick up a little bit.
The surf. Gupta up forward. Hershey, it is knocked out of play.
Stay with the sweeper. Come on. Speed up the game, Gregory. You understand the difference from yesterday, Gregory? Gregory, you understand?
Mehta, who scored one of the goals for the Del Mar Sharks. Throwing it in. Here's a shot down to Central. And off the keeper's hands. And it's going to be a CK. Banerjee just trying to keep it in the field of play, but he could not. It had too much velocity on it. And now he'll have to retreat back in the middle between the two posts to try to keep it out of the back of the net with its teammates trying to do the same. Nathan Witt will take the set piece, CK. Ben Stewart has made a great play before keeping the ball out of the net. It's going to be a goal kick. It went past the goal line. A little bit of a late whistle that time.
Side.
Whistle?
Yeah. Side.
Surf.
Oh, hard.
Good ball, good ball.
Pushing up out of there from their 6-yard, and Gupta.
Hard players, guys.
A touch. Knocking it out of play.
Good job. Again, Cristiano.
Well, he would have liked to have more real estate to keep it in play.
Beautiful. Again.
Mehta. Ball caroming over toward the 18. Hershey, his strike is intercepted that time by Hames. Hames into space, but here's Hershey again. He's been dangerous in this game. And Hershey tries to strike it again, he can't. As Umansky getting it over to Stewart. Stewart off the carom. Stewart now still on a soccer ball, and Stewart pushes it up towards Hames. And now a strike to midfield for Quaid. And it goes out of play, and it was off of Quaid, and it'll be a throw-in by Nathan Witt. Witt from the far side touchline for the Sharks.
Side. Side.
Nathan, I believe it's Witty, even though it was told to me as Witt. So we'll go with Witty. Hopefully that is correct.
What you got, Gregory?
And that ball now toward the 18-yard box. Now, as now it is pushed up the field with Hames. Glenn. Touch there by Hames. It goes out of play, throwing in.
Switch the field.
Watch your side.
Nathan throwing it in along the far side to Hershey. Hershey, his attempted shot goes past the goal line.
Gregory, stop.
Speed.
It is now going to be a goal kick. Banerjee going to do the, and no, he's going to give it away to his teammate to do the goal kicking duties. Substitution for the Surf, and we'll mention him as a touch that soccer ball. Gupta across midfield. Gupta again on the strike. Intercepted. Here's Hershey. Hershey tries to go further. He can't. Dispossessed that time. Nicely done in his space by Ben Haney. Haney, who was the keeper in the first half. He's number 3 out there. Free kick. Del Mar Sharks.
Behind you, Ben.
Cross midfield. Gupta pushing it back upfield. Haney trying to get to it. He couldn't. He fell down. And on the near side, it's Cunningham. Remember, Cunningham was the keeper in the first half. And a shot by Hershey, and he just missed getting it inside the far post that time. Reed Hershey, a bid for his second goal of the game, and it would have gave him a 3-1 lead. Nice strike by Reed Hershey for the Del Mar Sharks. And now it'll be a goal kick, and the Sharks, the other age bracket that we had done earlier in the year of the Presidio League, they lost that match, and they are now trying to win this one here. A different age bracket, but still the same club. Knocked out by Hershey, and it'll be a goal kick. But still a lot of time for the Surf to try to get the equalizer. They're only down by 1 goal. But the deal is they have to try to keep the Sharks from putting another one in the net. And then that would make it very tough to try to come back. Again, as I mentioned earlier in the first half, the Surf won their game yesterday. Trying to go 2 in a row late in the season. Pass Hershey down the left flank. Hershey now retreats and gets it back. Hershey on the move, he goes down, and it'll be a foul. It'll be a free kick just past midfield for Reed Hershey. The strike by Nathan, getting it over towards the central. The Surf intercepting it and going across midfield, and it rolls toward the near side. It goes out of play, but it'll be a throw-in for the Surf.
Let's go. Good try, Michael.
The Surf is going to throw it in, and it's going to be Baglio. Baglio looking for his teammate. He didn't get it, but Baglio has it now. He gets it over to Hames. Hames tried to go further. He couldn't that time, but here is Haney. And it goes across midfield. Trying to chase it down is Hershey all the way back, but the Del Mar Sharks able to get it. And a strike, and Banerjee is able to make the save. Drew, nice save, protecting the near post. And Drew, his strike was partially deflected that time by Patrick Cunningham, and it didn't go very far. Kind of one of those kickers in football, you know, that kind of shakes the kick or doesn't shake it, but it has it blocked by somebody trying to block the kick. And this one, a shot and a goal! Or what do we have here? And it was an offside. We see it from the far side. The linesman says it was an offsides call. Didn't see him point to the central, so it's going to be a goal kick. Still 2-1. And a strike. It went by Meta in the midfield now. Quaid going after it, and it's going to be a free kick. Strike by Baglio. Baglio strikes it again. Baglio toward the central. Looking for Hames. It pops over to Morse. Morse can't control it. Goes back upfield, but a strike by Stewart and intercepted. And sent all the way back to the defensive third. Chasing it down is Umansky, and he rides that ball out of play. Protecting into space. Wants to get his teammates back there to help out. Hershey in the space falls down, and he's dispossessed. Central Rep says play on, but an intercept. But they get it again on the counterattack. Does the blue and white. Trying to go up the field, but they can't, as Meta is there. The Sharks providing scenarios into space, in and around the field. Not allowing the Surf to do what they like to do in this match.
Okay, big.
A formidable foe on this Sunday morning in a 2-1 match. The Delmar Sharks lead.
Number 7. You are Martin. Thank you.
Let's go, Surf!
Delmar Sharks are going to throw it in from the attacking third.
Boys, first to the ball.
In this boys under 8 Presidio League match. Hope you're enjoying all the action here. The Christian Hames knocks it out for the serve, and it'll be a throw-in.
Back off.
Throwing again in the attacking third for the Sharks. The visitors trying to make a 2-1 lead stand up. Hershey, they take it away from him and in a strike, and it goes past the goal line, and it's going to be a goal kick. Banerjee sets it up for his teammate to try to do it this time. On a goal kick, and it's driven right at one of the Delmar Sharks players. He intercepts it and sends it into the attacking third again. It goes out past the near side touchline. Here's Meta throwing it in. Neal getting it in towards his teammates, but it was intercepted on the near side.
Good try.
And it'll be a throw in.
Man, Ben.
Throw in by Neal Meta. Meta throws it in. He of the orange in the back cleats. They got the multicolored cleats nowadays. And green. And that was sent all the way down. I believe that time it was Nathan on the strike. Hershey. Neal trying to go after it again. Oh, he has his teammate now. Gladys saved that time by Banerjee to stay with it. Drew Banerjee brought the soccer ball down and then was able to make the save. A beautiful save that time on a point-blank shot.
Eat down, come on!
On the ground, Mike, on the ground. On the ground, Mike.
And his central ref just kind of letting the youngster know, Patrick Cunningham, that you've got to allow the keeper an opportunity when it's in his hands to hold on to the soccer ball. And it is knocked out by Wolchko. And on the near side, retreating back, Ethan Lee as a serve, trying to gain real estate at attacking third. As they're looking for Quaid, it's knocked out again as they gain more real estate outside the 18-yard box. Throwing it in is Baglio. Knocked out again. Baglio equal to the 18. Baglio sitting it past the goal line. And Gregory would have liked to have that soccer ball back. He wanted to get it up a little higher. So, of course, Quaid could get to it. But Gabriel, who was a big scorer for the Surf yesterday, having a problem today, staying on sides and being able to get to the soccer ball and get the kind of shot he wants. He was robbed early in the match. And he really hasn't got a quality shot like that since. And it goes wide of the far side touchline. Just wide in a infield of play by Stewart, but it is now out, and it is going to be a throw-in by Stewart, knocked out by the Sharks. The Surf are having 2 fresh players come in, and 2 are coming out. And coming in is Filipponi, Jagger, number 14, and also Rain Barsh is into the match. Rhino is in. And outside of the 18, but driven out that time by Nathan again. And so it's going to be a throw-in. And this is a very quality throw-in for the Surf. And they throw it in. Hershey strikes it. Hershey trying to get it up the field, and he will be able to do that as it was knocked out that time by Filipponi.
Alan, can you please play the game? Alan, can you play?
And a couple of players coming in now for the Delmar Sharks, and one of them is Noah Rapine, and the other is Paris, Nick Paris. And the ball goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in. Again, Cooper Glenn throwing it in for the Sharks. And the more and more they possess the soccer ball in the defensive half of the Surf, the more and more it gives them an opportunity to come out with a victory in this match. But now they got to retreat back with Chu. And remember, Chu in the first half was driving balls out of play. He made some good quality plays to not allow the attackers to gain an advantage on him in the first half. Throwing it in now is Cooper Glenn. Or rather, that was Haney throwing it in. And now Haney is going to throw it in again for the serve. And oh, it's going to be a corner kick. It was knocked past the goal line. So corner kick by Ben Haney. He was the keeper in the first half. Ben Haney into the 18. Can't get another strike. It rides outside of the 18. A strike by Stewart. It roams around in the 18. It comes out now. Up the field. Going after it is Chu. Chu again, pushing that ball out to the wide. Now he's got Nathan on the run. He looks in the central for Glenn, and Stewart is able to get back there. Ben Stewart. Stewart pushes up to Filipponi. And that ball and a challenge that time. Here's Reed Hershey, and it works out for the Sharks. But nicely done that time by Haney. And on the near side, driven all the way down the field by Ben Haney. Haney all the way down in the attacking third for his teammate. Gabriel Quaid, and it's going to be a foul. And that is probably going to work against the Sharks. Right outside the 18. And that was close. They would have had a penalty shot. Remember, Meta scored on the penalty shot. I take that back. He did not score on a penalty shot. It was they had a penalty shot. And that was Hershey that scored on a penalty shot. Filipponi. And there's a player that's hurt. I believe that's it's tough to see his number, but coming in is Meta to replace him. And here's Filipponi, and he doesn't get the kind of strike he wanted. And will they get another shot at it? Maybe he did it too soon. And he'll get another shot at it. Hames is going to try it. That's about as close to the 18-yard box as you can get it. Hayes bends it out. It goes past the goal line and another CK. Or set piece. This time it's a CK. That was a set piece also. And here we go. Ben Haney now. Off the hands that time. Daniel Lane, the header, and adjusted. Want to go on the other side. They got a header, and they were able to make it go past the goal. And they'll get another opportunity as it went past the goal line. Again, we've had this happen to us yesterday. We're up there in a Coast Soccer League. A couple of teams had 3 chances in a row. Here's 2 in a row now for the Surf. Knocked out by Hershey, and just as I mentioned the 3, I don't know what it is with the 3s. There's going to be 3 in a row for the Surf now. A good strike. Meta got a teammate. They push it out of the box. Coming up there, Umansky reducing the size of the field, but he has to retreat back now. Umansky again across midfield. Not a lot of time left in this match. Haney throwing it in. Parise throwing it out, or knocking it out. toward the 18. A strike. Lane is able to make the save. Ranging to his right, Daniel Lane. Dignan. Filipponi. Hames. Intercepted. Hames again. His teammate, and he just misses the near post. Filipponi with a drive. Still 2-1. The Sharks leading by virtue of that penalty shot in the first half. Could possibly be the winning goal with Reed Hershey. Sharks, fresh player in. Chu coming out. And we'll mention any of the players as they touch that soccer ball. Intercepted. Hames a shot. And it goes past the goal line. But it works against when there's time, not a lot of time left. 2 or 3 minutes, I guess, left to go in a match. Nathan striking it. Goes past the goal line. It'll be a throw-in. I mean, past the far side touchline, it'll be a throw-in. Throw-in now for the Surf. Hames toward the central. Strike. The Sharks can't go any further. Nicely done that time by Umansky. Getting to the ball. Treating back. Haney. Haney's pass intercepted. Glenn. And over here to the near side, and it goes out of play. Sharks still entertaining the 2-1 lead, trying to hold up for the victory. Throw it in. Intercepted. Nathan getting back and driving it out of play. Right there in front of Gabriel Quaid. Hershey. DeCarum. The strike. Haney. They intercepted in the central, but Stewart now keeps it in their defensive half. The Sharks. Filipponi toward the central. Quaid a touch. Haney. In his central now, and Quaid, way too much pace on it. And a keeper being able to get to a Daniel Lane. Lane ranges way over towards the left. Smart play by Daniel Lane. Keeper in the second half. On a foot of Haney, but he's dispossessed that time. But it was off of Maida. Haney going to throw it in. Near side touchline. Haney strikes it in to the 18. Trying to get a strike. And they're looking for a teammate. It was on the back post. And it just had too much pace on it. Filipponi couldn't get to it.
Great shot.
Maybe their best chance left in the match of trying to put one back in the net. Del Mar Sharks now going to get a fresh player in. It's coming out. Rapine. Noah. Coming in is Patrick Cunningham. Along the far side, it goes out of play. Only moments left. Christian Hames throws it in for the Surf. Handball. Free kick. Down the right flank. Chasing it down is Hames. It goes out of play. Hames throws it in. Trying to go down the left flank here. Intercepted. They found a way to get in the alleys, into space. They've challenged all morning long. Have the Del Mar Sharks into the central. The Surf in their home field, trying to continue up the field. Handball. It'll be a free kick for the Surf. Ben Haney sets it up for his teammate. The midfield intercepted now. by Paris, but they get it back. Haynes in a central now for Filipponi. Now it tees it up for Stewart, a drive, and a save by Lane. And that might be the last big save of the match, and it is.
Nice try, boys.
As the Del Mar Sharks come into the Surf hometown and win 2-1 in a hard-played match by both teams in this boys under 8. We hope you enjoyed the match, and we will be back with some interviews and closing comments from the youngsters who participated in this soccer match today. Stick with us. Greg G.K. Porter back here with the Del Mar Sharks, the young men who just got through having a great game, and they're going to introduce themselves and say a little bit about what they like to do when they're not playing soccer. Here we go.
My name is Daniel Lane. When I'm not playing soccer, I like to stay inside and watch TV and play video games. My name is Noah Repine, and when I'm not playing soccer, I like to play Lego Indiana Jones Wii. Hi, my name is Dylan Washko, and when I'm not playing soccer, I like to play Halo Reach on Xbox.
Hi, my name is Nate Whitty, and when I'm not playing soccer, I like to play Halo Reach.
Hello, I'm Ethan Lee, and when I'm not playing soccer, I would either be watching television, playing electronics, or writing stories. Hi, my name is Max Chu. When I'm not playing soccer, I would be playing my Pokemon Heart Gold DS game.
Hi, my name's Reed Hershey. When I'm not playing soccer, I like staying inside and watching cartoons.
My name is Patrick Cunningham. What I like to do when I'm not playing soccer is playing baseball and watching TV.
Hi, I'm Neil Mehta, and when I'm not playing soccer, I like to draw. My name is Cooper Glenn, and when I'm not playing soccer, I like to play Modern Warfare 2 on the PlayStation 3.
Okay, guys, as a team, on 3, you're going to do your cheer, okay? On 3. 1, get together, put your hand all in there. 1, 2, 3 on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Sure!
Yeah, right. Good job, guys. Greg G.K. Porter watching a fabulous match won by the Del Mar Sharks on a penalty shot, and by Reed Hershey, and Neil Mehta scored the other goal, and they were just all over the soccer field, and they earned this one today. Only their second win of the year, but they played fabulous like they've had many more victories. We hope you enjoyed all the action out here at the San Diego Polo Grounds, the city of Del Mar. I'm Greg G.K. Porter for LandryRiverProductions.com with George on the camera saying take care of yourself. God bless, and as always, save this one on your hard drive. Bye now.